Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. We are the Riff Tannens. I am Daniel White.
I'm Yabs.
Bruce Whitten.
Before we do our first riffing video, we just kind of wanted to introduce ourselves, tell you who we are a little bit, and kind of describe the process of making this YouTube channel. I've gone through a few ideas for that. I think we've settled on one finally, but we do plan to diversify and do sketch comedy and other things as well, and commentary on movies. But overall, we're movie buffs, so it's going to be mostly about movies and pop culture and things like that. The original idea was to do a live riff of Exorcist 2, but when we looked into that, the licensing on that and everything was going to cost just too much, so we started thinking about other things like public domain. That's where Bruce had some ideas.
Batman. There's a few others too, but Batman for now.
Yeah, Batman for starters. Before that, it was even Popeye and some old public domain cartoons. Before we found the Batman serial that we're going to be doing very soon.
There was like old Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers and whatnot. There's a lot of good back there.
The really good classics.
Yep. Some of them are actually good, to be fair. Some of them are actually, well, as good as you expect for that time anyway.
Okay. You know, to be honest, after watching this Batman serial, I actually kind of like it more than I like the Adam West series. It's better than something. We can give it that.
Yeah. It's better than nothing. Almost.
It's fair.
It's not quite a dumpster fire, but almost there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not without its charm though. I'll give it that. There are good things about it, and it's kind of fun to watch stuff from that period in history and just kind of understand what was going on in the world at the time and how that reflected pop culture. And
yeah, it was a very different world, and it really reflects there.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a time capsule. Think the old Abbott and Costello movies, but with Batman. So we started looking at other stuff. We started writing some riffs down, and as we were getting ready to record, we slowly started realizing we were just not ready to record. So we had to buy a lot of equipment. We had to make more preparations. So every session we had basically ended in us saying, well, we're just going to have to do that next time. And just we'll have to do it next time, we'll have to do it next time. It got to be really frustrating. But you know, whatever. We just kept on getting what we needed and kind of learning as we went. I don't know, I've been talking for a while. You want to?
Me?
Yeah.
So you approached us, I think it was October of last year, with this idea. And, I mean, I was gung-ho about it.
Well, me too. I like the idea.
I think we've got something here that can definitely help out our fandom, love of movies, comedy, all combined, just making fun of stuff, riffing, and hopefully people out there enjoy what we do. And then we're trying to make everyone laugh and be joyful, and at the same time be stupid and crazy to fit our personalities. So
Who doesn't love that?
I think yeah, we got something going here. So
Awesome.
that is my 2 cents.
I was really looking forward to this as well, and like you said about Exorcist 2, it would have been great. There's a lot of great jokes we got for that, but oh man, the licensing fees.
We do have a plan for that though, so
Yeah,
I hope
we
you'll
have a
stick
plan
with
for
us.
Stay
It was quite a
tuned.
mess.
Yeah.
How we were going to release it depended who we were paying and how much.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we tried to do something different, we would have to go back and pay all over again to use it in this other way. And well, that's what the licensing is. It's really goofy. And we don't have the resources to pay all of that.
Right. Like we were going to rent a room at Alamo Draft House, but that was going to cost us a lot, and also license it, but that was also going to cost more, and we weren't really sure how we were going to make up that money afterwards. So we had to resort to a different idea because we just couldn't afford to do that.
Also attorneys.
Attorneys, yeah.
So you got
But we
that.
couldn't record the live show while we were doing it and
Yeah.
then show the live show because all that new licensing still comes right back into it no matter how we did it. So there was no way around all that.
So I don't know how the groups that do that do it, but I guess that's something we can figure out later as hopefully the channel grows. So anyway, we continued to buy the equipment we needed and kind of learn as we went. We learned new skills as we went. One thing, we're getting ready to release the first episode of this Batman serial, and in that we're going to say that it's our first video, and actually that was the first one that we shot. So when we say that, there is an element of truth to it, even though we're recording this now. And this will be released first, but that really is the first one we made. So that's more of an explanation than you needed.
You'll be able to tell.
Exactly. But as I was getting publicity materials ready, I was giving some prompts into ChatGPT, and I know some people have strong feelings about using AI to create art. If it helps, we have employed a human artist to create some publicity materials for us. It's not exclusively what we're using. We have hired somebody, we are paying her to create materials for us, so there's no issue there. But I fed in some prompts for us about like three of us in front of a movie projector, kind of Back to the Future 3 style. Mm-hmm. And I tried to describe it in as much detail as possible, and I did this a few times, and it just kept coming back saying, I can't do that. I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that. So it was also suggesting, what if we tried the prompt like this? I was like, yes, please, try the prompt like that and see what happens. And it still said, I'm sorry, Dave, I can't do that. And just kept doing that. Finally, we came up with the image that I'm going to show you right now. And I think that's actually a pretty accurate representation of the three of us. It looks like us, but understandably, Bruce...
I'll edit it. I mean, I'm not sure where I'll put it yet, but I'm going to edit that maybe there, maybe there. Is that it? No, not it. Anyway, but yeah, I'll put those images in there, show you what we got along the way, and then the one that we decided that we liked the best.
Right. So he felt, and understandably, he looked pissed off in the picture. I mean, I think it very much cast you as the villain.
I don't know why. I'm a nice person.
He is. He's
It's
really
like
nice
you had
person.
a bad egg salad. It's the only way I can describe it. So.
And interestingly enough, like I told it to dress us in vintage sci-fi outfits. I think it did that for you. It did it for you, but it turned me into Indiana Jones for some reason.
I
don't consider sci-fi by any, unless you count Part 4, which I don't think any of us do.
I wonder if it was drawing from the old Spaceballs movie.
Maybe.
There was some joking going on there. Mel Brooks, of course, he was going to spoof Star Wars, and he told George, but he didn't want anybody dressing up to look like Han Solo.
Yeah.
So he got him to dress up. So, of course, the actor Harrison Ford also played Raiders of the Lost Ark, which is who the character was dressed up as, Indiana Jones. So maybe that was it.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
So
maybe I'm just flying off who knows where.
It's possible. I hadn't even thought of that. Maybe it did dress me as Lone Star. I don't know. So I was just like, you know what, Bruce, I understand that. I don't want anybody to dislike the way they're portrayed in this video. So I was like, you know what, as soon as I can create another image, I'll tell it to just create the same thing, but give Bruce a more positive expression on his face. And I also told it to put the title of Riff Tannens in 80s sci-fi writing. So then it created this image, which I don't know where this came from. For one thing, they turned Bruce into a 1970s game show host and me into a race car driver. Yeah,
and I stayed the same.
I mean, and it also made two of me for some reason. I don't get that. And it wrote the Riff Tannens.
He's only twice as tall as both of them.
Maybe he was going for a Michael Keaton multiplicity kind of. Yeah.
Maybe I'm just so tall it confused me for two people.
You're like, you count as two people, double the DNA. Yeah.
But the crazy thing was it wrote the Riff Tannens in exactly the font that I had wanted it to in the first place, in that Back to the Future font. And so it'll do that, but I can't ask for that for some reason. So I told it, okay, well, let's just go ahead and try this one again, but get rid of the guy in the lower middle, because I don't see why there need to be two me's. So the next one that it came up with was this one that I'm showing you now. It replaced the me at the bottom middle with this guy. And I don't know if it combined my face and Yabs' face, but he looked basically like Pierre Bernard from the Conan O'Brien show.
It's like a weird love child that ChatGPT was thinking, this can work, and both of us just said no.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So what I did was I just went back up to the original image. I said, please edit this, give Bruce a more positive expression. Like, just recreate this image entirely. Give Bruce a more positive expression, and write the Riff Tannens in the same font. And then it created this, which is really close, but I wanted the Riff Tannens to be in the font that it was before, not this generic sci-fi font. Okay, I mean, obviously I wanted the parody element to go all the way through. So I said, so what I did was I just captured the Riff Tannens part of it in the Back to the Future font and said, okay, same image, write it just like this. Okay, instead of doing that, we got this one, which Yabs looks good. Bruce
Always.
looks good. I don't know. I don't think that looks like me. I mean, and I don't know why I'm saying this, but that guy is definitely Australian. Like, hey mates, we're going to riff a movie for you. If you like riff tracks, then you're going to love the Riff Tannens.
My initial reaction was Louis C.K. as an Australian.
Maybe so. And I mean, I'm okay with it though. So this is what we ultimately went with. So that's what you'll be seeing in the intro for our show. But yeah, that's basically just what I wanted to tell you, was kind of giving you an idea of kind of what we've been through creating this. We hope that you will stick with us and watch our upcoming videos.
I'm excited. Let's do this, and hopefully you guys like us too. And feel free to comment, and we'll be reading them. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. That'll be a lot of fun. I mean, I hope to go back at some point and have enough money and resources to do some of the movies outright.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we'll do separate recordings and see if we can get those available to you.
We also wanted to say this Batman serial is going to keep us busy for a while, but we can start a list. Please tell us what public domain movie you would like to see us riff, because we're always looking for material. So if you guys don't have anything else,
Please have it not be in black and white.
If it's public domain, good luck. But there are
Yeah.
some color
Yeah.
ones out there.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll help us out, and we want to give you comedy gold, as they say. So that's it's gonna be fun. So I appreciate you having me and Bruce joining you on this.
yeah, absolutely.
journey,
You
so.
guys are great.
Yeah.
So other than that, I guess just please like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Thank you.
Subscribe
Down there.
button.
I think it's down there somewhere here.
Yeah, right on there should be.
Oh, and by the way, when we point downward, we mean underneath the video. We're not pointing at our crotches.
No.